I was trying to understand kind of the source of like what creates us to be who we are. And it's not like the nurture versus nature conversation, more like how we kind of get addicted to our own habits and our own ways of being. And through a diversity of teachers and books, I found myself at reading Joe Dispenza's Breaking the Habit of Being You. At the same time, I was reading The Map of Consciousness.
Mm,
And Joe Dispenza's book does a really good job of explaining kind of the physiological hooks we have from our hormonal state that develops our personality as well as kind of our reactive attachment styles to stressors. And then he has this like zone that I just call the leap, which is kind of like a quantum leap to like you can't actually necessarily scientifically prove why this is the way it is, but if you manifest in these ways, then you will see your life unfold. And then the map of consciousness came in, and it was honestly, it made much more sense to me around like, oh yeah, this is absolutely what happens in our world because it breaks down how we perceive the world based on energetic frequency that we emit. And I think in
mm,
general, a lot of people struggle to understand like we have an electromagnetic field. Like as a human being, that's just part of we don't know like necessarily feel it or sense it. Like, it's a scale of like enlightenment all the way down to shame. But what I've always found interesting about the map of consciousness is that it doesn't just equate a certain level you're experiencing life at. It also explains kind of how you're experiencing life as well as how you're viewing life. So, for
okay.
example, the lowest one is shame. And when you're motivated by shame, you're feeling humiliated a lot, and your view of life is just kind of like miserable, right? But think about how when we're in those energetic states, it shapes how we view and experience things.